Okay, what's up, everyone? It's Nick Atkin here. The podcast is back after a week off. Sorry. I hope the mic sounds okay. Remember last time I tried to use this, everyone said I sound like an alien. So please tell me if the sound is messed up again, and I will go through the new iMac I have. So you may notice the picture looks a bit better and the lighting. Yeah, I've got a new setup here. Audio setup's the same, so I hope it works. Tell me if the sound sucks. But yeah, new iMac with the M4 chip, and the camera is a lot better. So the light just looks a lot better too. Very happy. Been sitting in the dark for a long time on these things. So hope that improves your viewing experience. Yes, big week coming up. One Fight Night 26. That's what we're here to do. Preview. I see some of the boys in the chat already. Official Louis, what's good? And my man Chester. Apparently my mic sounds good. And Giuliano, what's up? Says looking good. That's all good. And Connor, thank you. Mike and overall quality is great. Great. Oh, how kind of you. Giuliano, I'll see you on Wednesday. We're gonna be doing some more of our behind the scenes documentary stuff, which I think some of you said you enjoyed. So let's hope for some more drama, Rug and the Totally Malikan style. So those videos are even more interesting to watch. Not sure we're gonna get it with this card, but I'm excited for the card. I will run down the card as well, and we'll talk about all the latest news from the last week or so. And yeah, hopefully keep it to an hour today. I'm very tired. Been working all weekend and all day today, and I gotta work all day tomorrow. Then flying straight to Bangkok, and then I'll be working all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday. May get a day off on Sunday, but it's nonstop, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Keith's here as well. What's up, Keith? Good to see you. I might see you in Bangkok. I'll be there tomorrow night. Pretty late though. I'm just gonna head straight to the hotel. I think when I land, because I land about midnight, and I've got some interviews starting 10 a.m. on Wednesday. So yeah, maybe I'll see you on Saturday, Keith. But I'll keep you posted. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? Because yeah, I don't want to do an hour and a half today. I'm so tired. I've got to record a bunch of videos as well. I'm not sure what time I'll end today. Could be 2 a.m. But anyway, I'm going to look at the events page. I'm going off One Championship's official website, and we're going to dive straight into this preview. Here we go. Google Chrome would like to record this computer's screen and audio. Oh god, I got to set this up as well. Okay, use password. There it is. Come on, don't interrupt the show, Google Chrome. Yeah, you can have access. Ah, I got to quit and relaunch apparently, so I can share the thing. So forgive me, guys. It's gonna crap out for a minute. There will be nothing on screen. Apologies. I think. All right, I think I'm back. Let me know if it's working or not working. I had to restart my Google there to share the screen with you. You lucky people. 8K quality stream, anonymous. Yeah, I got this new iMac. Is that what you call it? Yeah. Never used one of these things really before, so I'm quite excited. The picture looks great just looking at it, and you can actually see the stuff behind me. These posters I've been meticulously collecting for 2 years, and still a little space on the wall. So I have to try and steal some more. Tried to steal one last week or last month, but they were wise to my tricks. Yeah, they were onto me. Juliana will tell you. I was eyeing up. There was a pile of these kind of ones for 169, a big red one with all the signatures from Rodtang, Malakin, Rugrig. Tried to steal one, but they kept a close eye on those. So I normally get these little yellow ones. They got a bunch of those every month they hand out. So I think Malakin is the guest this time, the meet and greet guest. So maybe I'll get a signed headshot of Malakin. Headshot. That's what he was saying, wasn't it? Did work out for Malakin, but hope he's still in good spirits. He still has 2 belts, so that's fine. Yes. Where's your karate combat poster, Flaming Moss? They haven't given me one, so. But as I said, there's a bit of space on the wall right there. Who's going to fill it? Come at me with your posters, your free stuff. Got this Super Bond t-shirt as well. I quite like. I went to his gym and bought that. He was very happy. I put some money into the Super Bond training camp. And one of these gloves. I don't know where the other one is. I think I left it in the SCMP office. When did I get that? Oh, I think they gave that to me. Remember when they were like giving merch out to everyone, left, right, and center, especially like media and stuff, which is a bit shady. But I'm not going to turn down free merch. But they didn't see me coming because they were like, "Oh, you can pick 2 items from the one shop." This was years and years ago, and I said, "All right, I'm going to have these like $100 US training gloves or whatever they are." And I got the MMA ones as well. They're somewhere in here. Everyone else was getting their free T-shirts, but I was thinking ahead of the game. Official Louis says, I've got an Angela Lee one, still keeping it pristine until this day. Is that the headshot or the poster? Nice stream. Nicola says, nice to see you, Nicola. Yeah, it seems like everyone's enjoying the clearer picture and the sound. I don't sound like a robot alien this time, which is good. Dick is asking if I cut my hair. I have just been to the barber today, and I got the sides shaved. It's the same thing. I did my beard as well, but nothing drastic. Dick is, I know you all love my luscious locks. Yeah, I just got this bit done. Got to look fresh for fight week, especially now Giuliano will be following me around everywhere. Gotta look my best at all times. Tetsuya, another member of the channel. What's up, Tetsuya? Keith's loving the quality, also a member of the channel. Shout out Keith. Shout out Dickers as well. Also a member. Official Louis. Anonymous. All the guys. Story of the fight. Gotta go Firefox, he was saying. I don't like Firefox. Never liked it. Always just vibe with Chrome, straight off the bat. I can't remember when the first time I tried it. I was sick of Safari. Safari was terrible. I was sick of Microsoft Explorer. I think I went from Explorer to Firefox. Didn't really like Firefox. And then one fine day I discovered Google Chrome and it changed my world. Never look back. I'm very loyal to these things. Same with the PlayStation. I've been a loyal PlayStation customer, shall you say, from the PS1. I will never change. I have kind of dabbled in other consoles every now and then, but never kind of stuck with them and replaced the PlayStation. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Here to talk about what is it? Yeah, 15926. Was I got Adblock as well on Chrome, right? Are you saying there's a superior one, Story of the Fight, in your Firefox? Is Haggerty fighting Enahachi? Here's a question. I don't know. I think we're gonna find out pretty soon. I kind of have a rough idea, yeah, of when Haggerty is fighting. I can't say anything, but I think it may be Enahachi. It really may. It's either Wei Rui or Enhachi, as we have discussed already on the show. I think Enhachi would be the tougher test, and if I'm one, I may be tempted to have gone with Wei Rui just because of what happened with Super Leg, and you maybe want to build Haggerty back up with potentially what would be a easier fight for him. Is that fair to say? Anyway, official Louis asking, why did you choose to get a Mac? Similar. I've been Mac based for a while, but never had a desktop. I've just had laptops. I've also got a MacBook here, which has kind of seen me through the last year. But I kind of realized I can feel it slowing down and crapping out. So I was tempted to just give it a break so that it's fresh for me when I actually use it, and I will have this desktop. And great decision. Like, I haven't owned a desktop in forever. I'm trying to think. Never in Hong Kong. Always just been on these laptops. I had a couple of old MacBooks the SCMP gave me or lent me. I had to give back. And yeah, when's the last desktop? I just never, not since I was a teenager. Yeah, I've been craning my neck over for decades. Probably why I'm in so much pain all the time. Well, I'm loving this now. It's a great setup. And it's very simple, easy to use, just very similar, of course, to all the other stuff. But yeah, I have iPhone as well. I have what do you call it, Apple Watch. It's easy for me to sync everything up. I know I'm one of those people, but it's is what it is. Anyway, maybe I'll buy their headphones, AirPod Max. They're pretty expensive, about 5,000 Hong Kong dollars. Anyway, story of the fight. They got rid of uBlock Origin, LOL the best, but that's another topic for a different day. I have no idea what any of that means. Nick, do you follow RWS or only one? Dick is asked. I have been to RWS a few times, sometimes with Keith, who's in the chat here. We go and watch on those Saturdays. I believe I asked him if he was interested in going this weekend, but I'll check with him again. I follow it loosely. I don't report it. I don't cover on it. I only cover one, kind of professionally. Yeah, that's my job. I do watch it from time to time, and I enjoy it. Kind of aware of the ins and outs a little bit, but not to the same degree. I cover one or watch one, so I'm still a bit of a novice with it. I just enjoy, unwinding, watching a fight there after a busy fight week sometimes. It's a nice little evening. What's up, Soe Limanon? Hi, brother. To you too. Hey, it's been a while since the last stream. Chummy Boy says, yeah, I took a week off last week. Sorry, things been pretty hectic. I'm doing this other job at the moment as well, a temporary job which takes up a lot of time, but it'll help pay for Christmas and some trips that I believe will be coming up early 2025, One Championship flights, which I'll need some money for, because I think they are not in Bangkok, so it's a bit further out as well. Take from that what you will. How committed is one with Grappling? JCR. Seems like they're very committed, which I don't understand entirely. They've got Tom de Blas now. They signed as a vice president of Grappling. Great title. But I think there's also another vice president of Grappling. So they're co-vice presidents, perhaps, with Leo Vieira. And he was around in Denver. He's quite a nice guy. Tom was around as well, and also a nice guy. Yeah, so I think just the fact they signed him up around about that time that Denver show was on, it leads me to believe that, Grappling is going nowhere, and Mikey leaving. They then signed these new guys, Cole Abate. I hope I pronounced that right. Is it Abate? We'll find out this week. He's Grappling, and so is Dante Leon. I hope I pronounced that right. A little bit easier, perhaps. American and Canadian guys. you imagine they're there to kind of fill that void left by Mikey, even though Dante told me this week he is not there to fill a void left by Mikey. But I feel like they possibly are. But their signings, they must be on some decent wedge. So I do think one is still committed to grappling, and they're going to have to pull out the stops, I think, to sign some new talent. If the UFC are making moves like it sounds like they are and taking Mikey, who's next? They might come after some other talent in one and other talent around the world. So one's going to have to be bullish, and I think they will. We know Chatri is a big grappling fan. He's got a black belt. He's friends with a lot of high up, powerful people in that sport, that industry. So I think, yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. Maybe that's not the answer you want to hear, JC, or maybe it is. I know a lot of Muay Thai fans in this chat would rather not see it. Anyway, one-way ticket to Chatri Dale, as Keith says, covering RWS. I hope Superlex hair grows out. Chummy Boy says, in time for January, he's still in monk mode. LOL. Yeah, it looks very funny just seeing the pictures of him. The short shaved head doesn't really suit him. I would think he has a very nice cut before. Hopefully, yeah, it just grow back. Respect the hustle. Thank you, Louis. Is it possible to see Lethway in 1FC in the future? I don't think so. No, it's probably a little too niche for one. I mean, they could do it, right? They have a lot of Burmese guys now, guys and girls, so they could, but I think they will leave that alone. It's probably just ever so slightly too barbaric to sell to advertisers, investors, those kind of things with the headbutts and stuff like that, and the knockout rules. Who knows? Maybe one day. Story of the fight says there must be crazy BJJ sponsors, right? I can't imagine the viewership is all that high. Yeah, but no, I mean, I always wondered, yeah, who's watching these grappling matches? Is there an audience out there? But then you see the phenomenal success of ADCC and CJI, is that right? Craig Jones Invitational. And then even I think I put up one video one time of a Ty Rutolo interview after his last win, whenever it was, and the viewership was mad on that one. I'd never really seen such stats for a grappling match, that I'd covered. So I think there is a clear audience out there. Whether one are reaching it or not, I have no idea. We'll talk about this in the preview, yeah, whether these are the right grappling matchups to entice people over to that product. Let's see. We'll get into that very soon. I'm just finishing up these comments here. Anonymous says one needs to start doing BJJ tourneys if they truly care about grappling. Hold them in Thailand or wherever bi-weekly. I agree. Yeah, I've been saying they should be doing tournaments in America, at small venues. Save the costs on flying a lot of these people out. Seems like the audience is more based over there. And yeah, can you just get a small venue, put it on YouTube? I don't know. I'm sure they've thought of all these things and it's not feasible. I don't know. If I'm doing it, I would do that rather than, like I've said many times, flying someone out at great expense to grapple on a Muay Thai card, just doesn't fit for me. But to each their own. I know there are different strokes for different folks, as they say, different tastes in this world. Connor's Corner says one should go all out in Muay Thai, mixing some kickboxing and MMA. I love the Rutolos and Kelly, but the product is not nearly as exciting as the other products, to be honest. I think I share similar sentiment to Connor there. Whoa, sit up a little bit. Anonymous saying, why is Zhongjing Nan in Chatri jail? Is she sharing a cell with Tiffany Teo? I'm not sure she's in the jail. They don't have a division for her, right? I mean, they just haven't built that out. They haven't fleshed it out. I think they had big plans for that division if Angela Lee had won the belt, but whenever it was a couple years ago, the trilogy fight, I think they would have fleshed that division out. But yeah, Zhang Jingnan won that fight, and Angela has since retired. We all know what's happened. So yeah, I know she's frustrated. You kind of see her posting every now on Instagram mostly, and if I'm her, I would be frustrated too, because she hasn't had an MMA fight, I think, since that Angela Lee one, which is at least 2 years ago. It was September 2022, I think. I'm gonna double check, but all I think she's had since then was this silly mixed rules thing she did against Wonder Girl, and that was a year after that fight. So she's had one fight in the last year plus. Yeah, let me look. Yeah, so since she beat Ayaka Miura in January 2022, she has then only had those two fights. Yeah, Angela Lee and Nat Jarunsak, Wonder Girl. So not great if you're Zhang Jingnan. Kind of definitely in the prime of her career life. The age is dwindling, I would imagine, as well. It's the final years, so not great for her. February fight night location, official Louis. I would wager, I guess it's Lumpini Stadium. Either that or it's cancelled or just not announced, because I think you will see soon there is another show that month, but I don't know if they're going to do both. I think there will be a numbered event that month, and yeah, maybe they just won't do a fight night. You can't say it's cancelled because they haven't announced it yet, I guess, or whatever. But if they do it, I think it will be same place as usual. Lumpini FC, my guy Shine, what's up? Good to see you, sir. I'll see you on Wednesday at Media Day. Oh, my neck really hurts. Went to the gym as well just a bit earlier. There's thousands of aspiring martial artists living in Asia that would probably sign up for a one BJJ tourney, no problem. Anonymous says, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, they're finding guys and girls from Asia to grapple on Friday fights. We're seeing that. I don't know how high the level is or what. I would never have any clue, but they are out there. Anonymous says, I feel like they're holding her, I believe Zhong reference here, until Stamp is ready, so Stamp gets a free belt to hold forever with no risk of losing. Yeah, so of course she was booked to fight Stamp in Denver. Yes, I should have mentioned that. So but still, that would have been one fight every year for the last 3 years, which is not a great ratio either. But now it's no fight this year, so even worse ratio for the Panda Zhong Jingnan. Yes, perhaps they are holding her until Stamp's ready, but I don't think that's a great fight for Stamp to come back from a serious injury. Or maybe it is a better idea than risking her losing her atomweight belt, because she's gonna have Denise Zamboanga or Aliona Rasahina, I think, to fight. They are fighting in January for the interim belt, so maybe that one is easier for them to go to. Not sure. Or would you give Stamp a tune-up, as they say, a warm-up fight? Not sure. Maybe a kickboxing? I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the chat. I'm just adding this. I forgot to do all this stuff in the back end of YouTube, adding the show to my playlist, podcast playlist. There it is. It is now there. In case you want to find it through my podcast playlist, it is there. Right. Customization. Monetization. That's what I want. I want to turn on the money. So I get my nice like $3 US. Not even that, I think, from these live streams. They do not make any money at all. All the money is in these YouTube shorts, specifically weigh-ins. I feel like I've stumbled across some algorithm where Sewer Black, one of his weigh-ins from September, is just blowing up and getting a lot of saucy comments from guys and girls. Yeah, it's Sewer Black is pretty popular for mostly those legs, but the whole physique going down well on my analytics, shall we say? But yeah, been a nice month. Been monetized now for 3 months, and I just got my first payment because I finally figured out how to do all the. I had to fill in a bunch of forms, and I was feeling lazy, but I got my first revenue payment, whatever you call it, which was cool. And November is now even more than I received from that first payment, which was the first 2 months, September, October. So things are going well. And a large part of that is because of these lovely, wonderful members of the channel, like Connor's Corner. You'll see they have a logo, a belt logo next to their name. Story of the Fight. I don't know what it looks like. Because in here, it looks like they're green. I don't know. And they just have a green name. I don't know what it looks like on YouTube. But yeah, Story of the Fight is one. Tetsu is another. Many more. Anonymous. Keith earlier as well. Official Louis. Love all these guys. Thank you so much for being members. It does help me out, and you get a few nice perks. But mainly, yeah, it helps me expand my plans. As I was talking about earlier, got Giuliano on board again for video stuff this week, and yeah, the money from memberships will go to help me give poor old Giuliano some money too. So yeah, this is the plan. We're going to expand everything. So please, if you can support the channel a little bit, it goes a long way, and it helps me cover costs as well, flights, hotels, things like that. But anyway, yes, revenue is up. We are cooking, as they say. All the tax info YouTube needs is a pain in the ass. Story of the Fight. Exactly. Yeah, it's a huge pain. I was just trying to figure out because they were saying I had to pay 30% to the US, even though I live in Hong Kong, and all the stuff I do is outside of the US pretty much. So I was trying to figure out, but the problem is Hong Kong doesn't have some tax treaty either with America, so it was a hassle. And Facebook, same shit. But anyway, Sewer Black is now called Sewer Sleep by the Thai fans, according to Tetsuo. That is an unfortunate nickname. But yes, he has had a couple of bad losses now. Was he knocked out by Kulub Dam? I know he got dropped pretty bad in the third round, but can't remember. But yeah, pretty bad knockout against Cameron Nabati. Bruce Banner asked what happened to Leon. I don't know. Leon Jennings, where are you? I still see his page, Asian Persuasion MMA. He's doing stuff still on Facebook, Instagram, but he stopped the YouTube. I haven't seen him at any events. Leon and I used to be thick as thieves. We'd be at every event. You could see us in every hotel lobby. We'd be working there from noon till night, crashing out all of our interviews. Great guy, yeah. I don't know where he is. I have lost contact a little bit with him, but maybe I'll reach out. But I hope he's doing well. I think he left. I know he left Bali, moved to Thailand. So not sure where. I think it may have been Samui. Anyway, Nicola, you should make some reels with fun facts on Muay Thai fighters' backstories. Possibly, I would love to, but I don't have any time to do anything particularly creative with video. Just have too much work. Yeah, especially at the moment. But maybe one day, if things can expand, yeah, I'd love to get a little creative. Combat Sports today in the house. Another member. What's up? How you doing, Philly? Um. All right. Anonymous is excited about Daniel Kelly used to be a ring girl. I didn't know that. Is this true? If one books Sewer Black versus Semipet next, I'm sure one is trying to murder Sewer Black. Yeah, Semipet's does hit hard. We saw he finished, he knocked out or TKO'd Eunice Rabba, right? Who's was pretty drained from his weigh-in, but yeah, he's no joke. Semipet's got some power. But yeah, if I'm one, I'd probably you want to protect him a little bit because he does. I think he's got some star power for them now, just with his physique, everything. Like I was saying, he seems to be catching on social media for those ridiculous legs. But yes, Bruce Banner, get Chris back. Miss that guy. Yeah, actually saw Chris last week, Wednesday, at the horse racing here. So we caught up a bit, yeah, and I think he's in the Discord, but I haven't seen him post anything. But I added him into the Discord. Anyway, yeah, I would love to have Chris back on. We used to do the show together for SCMP years ago, way back when, before this was even a thing. So yeah, I would love to have Chris back. Sewer Nap is perhaps a better name than Sewer Sleep. Anonymous says. I agree. Sewer Black is pretty much the Edgar Tabares of bantamweight right now. LOL. I don't know about that. And stop this slander of Edgar. But I think I don't know. Maybe the wool was pulled over my eyes. I thought Sewer Black had some level of talent. Has he just lost his chin? I don't know. Did he ever have one? Who was he fighting on Friday fights? I kind of missed him coming up through the system, but I'd heard good things about him, and then I saw him win a couple of fights. People seem to get behind him. Anyway, the reason I'm here was to preview Fight Night 26, so I'm gonna stop getting distracted by all your comments, and questions. Maybe we'll do some more after this, but yeah, I wanted to just look at the show coming up. I will be flying out tomorrow night, pretty late, and got a full slate of interviews on Wednesday. No press conference this time, luckily. I have a bit of downtime. I mean, last time was just madness. It was media day, then straight into press conference, then Friday fights, face-offs on Thursday afternoon, then 169 weigh-ins in the evening, and then Rod Tang missed weight, of course. Chaos, all hell breaks loose. Friday morning face-offs. Friday night is Friday fights, obviously. Saturday morning is 169. Rook beats Mannequin. More hell breaks loose. Yeah, it was a very, very exhausting trip, that one. I'm hoping this one is a bit more chilled. I really am. Just for my sake, guys. No craziness, please. But I actually like this card. I think it's a good card. We'll start at the top. Yeah, Christian Lee and Ali Beg Rasulov. Christian Lee's been gone for 2 years plus. November 2022 it was. He beat Cameron Abasov in Singapore to win the welterweight belt. I was there. I would not have believed at the time that I wouldn't see Christian Lee fight again for another 2 years. Obviously, a lot has happened since then. Death of his sister. His fight got pushed back a little bit from... He was going to come back in February this year, I think initially. Chatri told me, and then it just got pushed. And then he ended up on Atlanta, which got moved, as they say, to Thailand for partner obligations. So Christian Lee, he's here now. And then he got bumped from that card, 169 to this one. Chatri says they wanted to put the spotlight on his comeback, which is a valid point. But I also think perhaps they didn't have another title fight, and all they've got is the grappling title fight. So makes sense to put Christian on this card instead. Rasulov, is he the best challenger you can find? Well, he did beat Okrayun, but he missed weight, so did not win the interim title they put up for grabs. It was all pretty awkward, but they gone with the match anyway. Here we are. It's kind of his style is not very exciting from what I saw against Oak. Pretty, wrestling, grappling, wrestling heavy. Yeah, just a lot of holding in the corner. There was. We'll see. Yeah, story of the fight. Worried about Rasilov's strategy in this one. ... I don't know what he will do, but yes, I'm gonna go with Christian Lee here. I believe will get the dub, and then interesting to see what he does next. Does he just go up to welterweight? He's got another belt to defend, which he has never defended since winning it 2 years ago, and they've not created an interim belt for that. I mean, who knows? Yeah, that division is just a wasteland now, and lightweight was decimated in those 2 years, so they're gonna have to rebuild that division. I mean, who is there now? Lil Amir went down to featherweight, and he's on this card, I think, as well. Yeah, against Shamil Gasanov at featherweight. Sage Northcutt's gone. Sagid is a Gagmaev gone. Shinya Aoki's still around, but he's grappling on this card somewhere. There you go. We'll get to that. Eddie Alvarez gone, obviously. Timothy Nastyukin is back. He's fighting Aaron Kanate, but I don't know if that's at lightweight or featherweight. Because Kanate is featherweight, from what I've seen. We'll see. Who else is lightweight? Daggy. No idea where he is. Just forgotten everyone. Who's there? Who is still there? No idea. No clue. Yeah, I think they need to give some new life to that division. Sorry, Okrayun is obviously still there, but can't really go back to that fight. If he didn't beat Rasulov, he's got to beat someone else. Okay. Anyway, tell me what you think about that fight, guys. That's your main event. Hopefully, it provides some excitement. But MMA at Lumpini in a ring with some of the bigger guys. I'm not saying lightweights are huge, but they're not flyweights or anything. Let's see and I feel like this fight's going to be played out in the corners and against the ropes, so it has potential to be awkward like Rugruga Malikin was. Wish it was in a cage, to be honest. All right, Pet Tanong against Nabil. This is your co-main event, even though there's a grappling title fight. Not sure why. Maybe they just didn't want to go straight to the main event from grappling. I don't know. But I'm not complaining. I like this fight. Petanong versus Nabil. A bit surprised, I thought Petanong was going to be fighting Enahachi. That was the word. Maybe Enahachi was pulled from that to fight Haggerty for the belt. Who knows? But interesting, yeah, because Petanong's been pretty bullish in the press. He did a open workout and he was saying, I have a lot of experience. About 30 years of experience. I'm afraid of nothing. I have he said I have a pretty big advantage. Yeah. He's not scared of Nabil. He did give Nabil his props. He said I think he'll run out of opponents in a couple of years and one. But clearly he doesn't feel like he will be tasting defeat here. And Nabil also gave Petanong plenty of props. Said, he's the master. This is his game. But he also said, I like kickboxing. I think it's easier than Muay Thai. And, he doesn't feel that same trepidation, I think, something like that he was saying. Obviously, bigger gloves, less no elbows. So, yeah, there you go. Maybe maybe Nabil is going to be amazing at kickboxing. I think he'll be doing the same thing, using his range. He says, the rule set here is even more friendly for him in that regard. But I wouldn't put it past Petanong to pull some magic out the hat. Could he finish Nabil or like Superlek did? I'm not sure. I mean, Superlek is just one of a kind, but Petanong is also incredible. We'll see. I'm kind of very on the fence on this one. Let me know what you guys think. Al C says decent card. Hello Al, what's up? Connor saying imagine Raslov clinches him the whole time and the belt is vacant because he misses weight again. LOL. Don't jinx it, Connor. I don't want to see this happening at all. I'm gonna go with I love Nabil, but I think his time will come, and it may not even be a bantamweight. It might be up, but I think Petanong's experience is just gonna get him through this one. I think he'll find a way to get a decision. It's gonna be pretty close, but that's what I'm going for. Mesa Bastos against Daniel Kelly, rematch for atomweight submission grappling world title. I haven't got much to say. I don't know anything about grappling. The last fight was a bit of an upset, apparently, but a lot of people were backing Bastos, and there was good money on it. I was led to believe. But yeah, pretty comfortable win for her last time. It was a shock, and Danielle looked like she didn't, know how to get going in that fight, and looked very frustrated. Can she do anything here? I don't know. We'll see. I'm down for it. There are worse rematches you could have, but again, I'm not a grappling aficionado. Tell me if you guys are up for seeing this fight. Anyway, I will probably go with Bastos on that. Yeah, just gonna play it safe. Reese McLaren, Jared Brooks. I like this fight. Obviously, I love both these guys, Jared and Reese, and interesting. Yeah, Jared's been asking to come up to flyweight for a long time. He wanted to fight DJ for the belt, but that wasn't happening. DJ's retired. So now he's got to go the slightly longer route. And I think, if he beats Reese McLaren here, he's probably going to fight Adriano Moraes, former champion for the vacant belt, later the next year. But Reese is also hell-bent on winning the title. I know how much it means to him. Obviously, he got very close. I think it was a split decision loss he had to Bibiano Fernandez, former champ, way back when. But that was bantamweight, wasn't it? Yeah, so he's desperate to get a title in one championship, and he's frustrated as well about. I remember the flyweight Grand Prix semifinal. I think it was Danny Kingad. Yeah, got a decision over him in Manila, and he felt like it was pretty unfair. He should have won. I remember thinking it was a little bit, not a robbery, but I do think Reese maybe won that fight. And then Reese would have fought DJ in the final. Who knows? He could have made history there. So there's a bit of a chip on Reese McLaren's shoulder, and he would love nothing more than to shut down the hype of Jared Brooks. But Jared's always making a lot of noise. Reese is also making some noise. Says this guy is too small for this division. So we'll see if Reese can deal with Jared's wrestling. Anyway, I like that fight. Look forward to it. Don't really know which way it's going to go. Excuse me. It's a tough one to call. This fight kicks ass, says Story of the Fight. Yes, I like it. Liking Jared Brooks moving up in weight, says LC. Anonymous says, excited for flyweight Brooks. He looked good against Mikey in the grappling match. Yeah, obviously his height is a disadvantage, but it's not too bad. We'll see. I want to see how he looks in this division. I think Jared Brooks can just do whatever he wants. He's that damn good. I have a feeling he'll win this fight. I don't want Reese to hate me. If Reese is watching, I'm sorry. I'm sure Reese will want to prove me wrong. Just got a feeling Jared gets it done here. But Al C is going for Reese. Says Reese will win is my guess. Official Louis says, weird fact, but I have Jared's phone number because he leaked it himself on his story after his fight in Qatar. There you go. Have you ever called him, Louis? I don't have his WhatsApp, but I do message him from time to time on Instagram. Not for a while, though. I haven't spoken to Jared really since his interim strawweight title win. Anyway, he's a nice guy. But yeah, here we go. Bid for 2-belt glory begins next week. Dennis Poirier, Elias Mahmoudi, flyweight Muay Thai. Oof, tough matchup for the Bosnian menace here. Mahmoudi looked very good against Taiki Naito, especially given he had dengue fever, we later found out. So, yeah, but the Bosnian menace, Dennis, he does not back down from anyone. He went toe-to-toe with Rodtang, we saw. We'll see what happens. A lot of people are saying Mahmoudi will blow him out the water. And if he did, you'd imagine Mahmoudi will wrap up possibly a title shot. Don't know what's going on, though, because Rodtang obviously stripped of the belt, but then beat Jacob Smith, and then Rodtang has Takeru on the horizon, I believe, in early 2025. So that division may be on hold a little while. You can't really do an interim belt now because there is no champion. So winner of this fight, yes, they may get a shot at Rodtang for the vacant belt, but they may have to wait, I think, until the summer of 2025 to get that fight. But, good things come to those who wait. How do we see it in the chat? Story of the fight says, if you beat Puric, you get a title shot. Hell, even if you lose, you get one. We ride with the Bosnian menace always. Watch it, freaks. Connor says, if my guy Dennis wins, this is huge for him. Chester says, yeah. Dennis is a great guy. I love him. We'll see if he's able to roll back the years. Obviously, age is a factor here. I think he's 39. Mahmoudi is 26, something like that. I will just check those stats. Don't want to get anyone's age wrong. I got Jacob Smith's age wrong in a article after his fight with Rodtang. Yeah, Mahmoudi is 26. Yes, Jacob was very. No, he wasn't upset, but he told me he was actually 32, not 34. Because what I had done is just Google Jacob Smith's age, and didn't realize the age of the Jacob Smith that was being shown was some other random Jacob Smith. It's quite a common name, I guess, in the UK. So, yes, he is 32. Apologies again to Jacob Smith about that. But yes, I got it right. 39 years old for Bosnian Menace. How do you see the fight going, guys? Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm moving on quickly. And who's next? Yuya Wakamatsu against Gilbert Nakatani. Don't know much about Gilbert, but a few people in here seem to be high on him. Making his debut, Yuya is kind of a veteran, shall we say, of the flyweight division. The nearly man. He's had a couple of shots at glory. Obviously famous for giving Demetrius Johnson a bit of trouble in DJ's first fight in one before DJ subbed him. And he also fought Adriano Moraes in Singapore at 1X for the title. That fight kind of sucked, sadly. It wasn't what I was expecting. But Moraes subbed him with a guillotine. So yeah, Yuya is always kind of there or thereabouts, up and down. I think a big win here could put him back in the mix. Who knows? Not sure how this flyweight vacant belt thing is going to play out. I mean, I'm presuming the winner of Adriano and or Adrian's already beaten Danny, hasn't he? So I'm presuming winner of Jared and Reese is going to fight Adriana for the belt, but maybe they're going to throw Yuya somewhere in there. I don't know if he wins, beats Gilbert, or if Gilbert beats him, maybe Gilbert gets in it. I don't know. I wish they had just done a flyweight Grand Prix, as I was saying officially. But anyway, now Krob Fairtex against Kong Torni. Now, this is interesting because the Krob was on the card against Diego Paez, and Diego is now off the card, injury or illness, something like that. So on very short notice, again, Kong Torni steps up. About a month out again, or whatever it was, maybe less than that. Kong Torni is just down to fight whenever. Fans have been calling for this fight. It is a good one, flyweight. I think you could make a case for the winner of this gets Rodtang. In fact, a lot of people would say that's a more deserving challenger for Rodtang, given their records, fighting in one Friday fights. So I'm not going to argue against it or for it. I'm just putting that out there. Obviously, Dennis and Mahmoudi would disagree, but they have those big numbers next to their names, especially Dennis, number 2. So he would say you have to go through me. And if you're going to do the rankings, I think that's the case, yeah. So I would have the winner of this. If Rodtang is still not ready, you could do winner of this against winner of Poric and Mahmoudi. But winner of Poric and Mahmoudi probably thinks they already got a title shot wrapped up, and they don't want to defend that. So who knows? It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I have no idea how this fight will go. It is kind of tough to call, you know what I mean? Very tough to call. As Connor says, Nakrob against Kong Torni is the best fight in this card. 2 high-level ties going at it. I love this fight. I have to agree with you. And that's saying something. This is a good card. I'm really hyped for a lot of these fights, but that is saying something. Anyway, Shamil Gasanov against Halil Amir. Featherweight MMA. Not sure how that one's going to go. Halil featherweight debut didn't go to plan. Got KO'd by Akbar Abdullayev, who's now fighting for the belt. I mean, Halil himself has some scary knockout power. Shamil Gasanov obviously has incredible ground game, grappling. So we'll see who nullifies who. I'm not sure. Shinya Oki against Cole Abate. I don't know how to say it. We were talking about this a bit earlier. Yeah. It is what it is. To go all the way back to my point, is this the best way to utilize and grow grappling in one championship? Is having your new stars kind of debut against MMA guys? If you want to get Cole a quick win, sure. But is that going to make people who love grappling tune into one championship grappling? I'm not sure it is. I just hazarding a guess. I think true grappling fans would like to see Cole Abate, sorry, Cole, what's your name, against another guy his pedigree. You know what I mean? Another young stud. I think this kid is like 19 or something. Shinya is 40 or something. And he's obviously got very accomplished skills on the ground. Yes, we know that. And I think he went to a draw with Cade or one of the Rotolos on his debut. But it is not his wheelhouse full time, and he's been a bit vocal about it, I think, on social media, saying he'd probably prefer to do MMA. But here he is. So yeah, I'm not sure there's the best way to build up Cole. How much would this win mean in terms of where does it rank for him? I'm not sure it's going to accomplish much. If the plan is to just kind of get Cole a quick win on one, and then maybe one fans will buy into him, sure. But it's sort of like when Mikey fought Jared. Yeah, what are we doing here, guys? I quite like when one gets two really good full-time grapplers together, and they've had some good stuff. Like Tommy Langarker and Cade was fun a couple times. I enjoyed Ty's last match with what's his name? Michelle. Forgot his first name. New Zealand guy. Sorry, man. Need to look that up. Ty Rutilla against Isaac Michelle. Yes. That was really cool. Finish for Ty, the rear naked choke. So that wasn't his last fight. Sorry, he's since fought Joseph Chen. Yeah, I like when even that fight. A lot of people love that fight as well. I like when one does that. I feel like that's going to grow their grappling audience more than having Dante Leon against Bruno Pucci. And shout out to Bruno, lovely guy. But again, he's an MMA fighter in one. I mean, he does run his own BJJ gym in Hawaii, United BJJ, with Angela Lee. So he is very accomplished, I'm sure. Is he enough of a test for Dante Leon? I don't know. I feel like if we had seen Bruno grappling on one over the last year and he'd beaten a couple of contenders in the lightweight division, and then you've got Dante coming in as a big deal, then you can do this fight. Yeah, but to kind of bring Bruno back out of nowhere, I don't think he's fought since when was it? I know he came to Singapore for something. He lost to Kirill Gorobets. When was that? Was it 1X? Slightly before that. Bruno Pucci. Yeah, lost to Kirill Gorobets November 2022. So he was on the same card as when Christian Lee last fought and beat Cameron Abasov. And he's on a 3-fight losing streak in one. Also got knocked out by Quan Wan Il, who was fighting Fabricio Andrade for the belt. So, yeah. Not seen anything of him since. I didn't know he was still competing. I'm glad he's back. Nice guy, lovely guy, really is. And, he's really been through a lot as well with Angela. So I'm happy for him. Yeah. Is he of the same level as Dante Leon? I don't know. Never seen Dante grapple either. NG, what's up? How's it going? Chen is a savage too. Story of the fight says, give Shinya enough money, cigarettes, and he will fight anyone. Says Al C. Skip grappling and boost cage MMA, says vegan. Right. To be honest, I don't want to see Aoki take any more punches at this point in his career. Story of the fight says. Okay. We're nearly at the end of this preview. Well, of course, I skipped over one here, and it's a big fight. Jonathan DiBella against Rui Botello. Yeah, I'm astonished it's so low down on the card. Slightly disrespectful to JDB, former champion, and I think he's only ever fought in the main or co-main, and all of his time in one. Obviously, when you fight this early on the card, it means you gotta wake up damn early, and it's gonna be weird. Rui Botello might be a little bit more used to it. He's fought in the morning the last couple of fights he's had against Tong Poon and Zhang Peimian. I think DiBella did obviously fight Daniel Williams in the morning, but when you get that co-main slot, it's not too rough a transition, main or co-main. But obviously he fought Prajan Shai at nighttime on the Friday Fights Temple. So see if JDB adjusts. I'm sure he will. Great fight. Strawweight kickboxing. I think, the winner of this has to face Sam A. I would do for an interim belt if Prajanch ain't gonna fight, then sorry, we need an interim belt here. I don't know what's going on with Prajanch. He's done nothing since winning that title in July, was it? June, maybe? So, yeah, if I'm DiBella and I get a win here, I'm calling out Prajanch, or if he's not going to do it, I want Sam A. And I think Botello could make the same call out if he beats DiBella. Definitely, I know he is hell bent on winning a title in one championship. That's his dream in life. So I'm excited to see this. I've been kind of agitating for this fight myself in interviews with both men, and I think they're both lovely dudes and very, very fun fighters, but not not in the sense of ridiculous knockouts. They're so technical and beautiful to watch. Just enjoy this one, guys. It might be a little early in the morning if you're in Asia, but just enjoy it. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be beautiful. You know, Italian blood versus Portugal. Absolutely beautiful, and they're gonna put on a masterpiece, I think. So we were saying that Krob and Kongtorni are gonna be the fight night. I think this one will be. We'll see. And then Dante, Leon, and Bruno I talked about. And Tong Poon is also back against Daniel Williams, Mini T, my guy. Yeah. Daniel's back in Muay Thai. I prefer him in Muay Thai to MMA, I think, but that's the cool thing with Mini T. He can just fight kickboxing, then he can go to MMA, then he can come do Muay Thai, bounce back around all three. And I think that's just the joy of Daniel Williams. Yeah, he'll fight anyone in any sport, and it won't really affect him either way. He's always just happy, and I think Tong Poon has a lot riding on this one for him. Had a couple of losses now. Another loss could be really bad for him. In one, he came up to the main roster with a lot of hype after his Friday fights performance. He's obviously a fun character, the cholos of Bangkok, as they say. But yeah, he's in dangerous territory here if he loses again. So I'm sure he will be hell bent on victory. But yes, good card overall, guys. What are you looking forward to most? Let me know. I'm back. Right. I will get some comments, but yeah, I can't stay too long. I've already done an hour. I need to do some video stuff, record some videos. So I will love you and leave you soon, but I'll do some questions now. Waiting for Daniel Williams' submission grappling debut. Anonymous says, "Yeah, that would be awesome." Not sure he's ever going to do that. But I might steal that joke, Anonymous. Put it to him in our interview. Great opening fight, as LC says. Story of the fight: if you beat JDB, only a title shot makes sense after. That is true. Anonymous says, I saw a tweet calling Tom Poon, Sewer Black, Ketchup, and Edgar Tavares the four lords of wine or something like that. That is Tetsuya, Anonymous. Our very own Tetsuya. So I'll try and find that tweet. I think it's his banner now on his Twitter page, but yeah, I don't know where the whole tweet is, but Tong Poon is in serious company there if he wants to be associated with the mighty Ketchup. Anyway, it's too far down Tetsuya's page. Tetsuya tweets so much these days, I can't find it. Tetsuya has taken over Twitter. Nick is asking, Nick Atkins, One Championship News, have you already addressed the consequences for one of having the UFC entering BJJ and grappling? I think so. I think I did it a couple of weeks ago when the Mikey stuff was announced, and maybe touched on it a bit earlier in the show, but yeah, my general thoughts are it is potentially frightening, not just for one, but for every organization on the planet, across any sport that the UFC wants to go after, whether it's boxing or grappling or whatever. And if it's Muay Thai, if they want to, the UFC, in theory, have blank checks to just go and poach whoever they want. We know they run at a low overhead cost type of thing. They are not splashing around silly money. The name alone seems to attract people, and not getting paid that much. I'm sure Mikey's getting paid a lot, and I'm sure they could throw a lot of money at other big name grapplers. I'm pretty sure it's tied into ADCC, Abu Dhabi and all that. So they probably saw CJI, Craig Jones Invitational, and wanted to hit back, and this is their way of doing it, having a regular thing on UFC Fight Pass. I think that's this week, is it, or next week? Maybe this week. The one Mike is on. Yeah, my thoughts is it's potentially dangerous. Yeah, that the UFC could sweep up everything, and personally, I wouldn't like to see that. I always like to see competition. I think it pushes. Like, I went on a big rant about that before, so I definitely have addressed this. But who could stop TKO group, whatever they're called? And they're going to do it. They're going to try and kill all the competition. So, yeah, if one is serious about grappling, they're going to have to, fight back now. I think you're seeing that with the signings of Cole and Dante. I'm sure there'll be more. Yeah, it's interesting times, to say the least, for grappling in one. I mean, if I'm one, I'd be more worried about Dana trying to do a Muay Thai thing, or a kickboxing thing, like Rogan keeps pushing him to do. So I'd be bolstering that more than my grappling. I'd be locking that down, because that is one's golden ticket. 4-ounce Muay Thai is the way that one is gonna blow up and become a huge thing. If it's gonna do that, it's gonna be the Muay Thai. If one is to reach those kind of stratospheric levels of fandom outside of Southeast Asia and Senegal, I think it's gonna be through the Muay Thai. It's not gonna be the grappling. So if I'm one, I'm throwing all my power behind that, and I'm making that the focus of my product. Just makes sense, These people behind me: Superbon, Tawanshai, Rodtank, Stamp Fairtex. Those are your stars. Yeah, you build around them. Anyway, Dick has said, Juan Rutolo said Mikey will come back to one. Well, now we understand he won't. Yeah, I asked Cade at the presser after the last show, what do you think of Mikey's decision? He said, well, yeah, I think Mikey will come back one day. The opportunities are best here. That was before UFC's big announcement. So, yeah, who knows if that affects anything. Anonymous says, I could see UFC buying Karate Combat and using what they've established in Thailand. KC as the Trojan horse. Could be. Anonymous also said, the way Joe Rogan hypes up one striking rules, there's no way Dana isn't thinking about it. If UFC starts their own striking only divisions, yikes! Yes, indeedy. Because you see UFC fans go crazy for what was it? Khalil Roundtree and Alex Pereira. So yeah, if they realize that you could have that every damn week on Friday fights, type of thing, yes, possibilities are endless. How long could a champ sit on the belt without fighting Vegan Crane? I'm sure they all want to fight, but they're just not getting off fights. Sadly, yeah. Some of these champs, like Zhang Jingnan, we need catch up to return official Louis. Agree with you. Dana is doing his boxing promotion soon, so I think that'll distract them. Hopefully, story of the fight. Who knows? Right, I got to call it there, guys. I gotta go record a bunch of videos, and it's already late, and I'm tired, and I've gotta wake up early and go to work, and then fly to Bangkok. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Bit shorter the show this week, but I hope you all still enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there. I'll be in Bangkok on the early hours of Wednesday morning, midnight-ish, 1 a.m. And start rolling out some content Wednesday, fighter interviews, stuff like that. And sure there'll be some drama with the weigh-ins, there always is. Let me know if you're free on Monday. Yeah, I am. I'll be back Sunday night. I can do the Story of the Fight show with Will and Ramiro definitely on Monday morning. Faux show. Actually, it depends what time. I may have work on this. We'll chat. We'll chat. Safe travels. Thank you. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Peace and love. Enjoy the rest of your week, and it's fight week. Enjoy it. One championship is back. One Fight Night 26. I'll be there on the ground, bringing you all of my usual high quality, I'm sure, coverage. You would agree. Yes. Have a good night, all you guys. To see you soon.